So I'm going on a walk and in peaceful Oregon, where it's beautiful and green. Today's peaceful here. It's always good to have a day where things are peaceful. And I'm giving my friend a break. He gave me a compliment. He said he's going to consider putting a restraining order against me. Joking. We joke around with each other a lot. I'm sure he wouldn't put a restraining order against me. He knows that if he ever needed help, I'd be there to help him. He knows it. Anyways, so we joke a lot. And I said, I'm going to go write a poem. What should I write a poem about? Or I'm going to go write some comedy. Or should I do some jokes about? I said, give me a subject so I can go work on it. He goes, how about human trafficking? I'm like, that's not funny. That's not funny. He goes, I know. So try to make it funny. I'm like, that's not funny. Anyways, so I told him, I thought about maybe I told my partner he should consider auctioning me off to the highest bidder. Start the bidding at I don't know, $100,000 or something, so I could pay off all of my school debt and pay off my ex-husband's lawyer and pay all my child support. That would be funny. Anyway, so I guess human trafficking. That's a subject matter that actually happens over here in Oregon. How do I know this? Because I've talked to some women who have been trafficked for sex over here in Oregon. And from what they've told me, some of their clients are attorneys, district attorneys, and police officers, and people in positions of power who lead double lives. I, too, have been offered to be paid money for sex. That happened to me once back in the 80s when I was a teenager walking to a Safeway store by some apartments that were positioned right next to the high school I went to. No, I did not take up the man's offer because I was told that 1, that's dangerous, and 2, it's illegal, and 3, it's called prostitution, and I was raised not to be a prostitute. I'm sure my dad would have been mortified had I ever done anything like that. So men, I guess, can get desperate where they're so desperate for human touch that they will offer to compensate a woman for giving them a massage, and especially if it involves a happy ending. The most recent person that offered that opportunity to me is a man who's 10 years older than me. He's been after me now for well over a decade. He's told me I've been his fantasy since he first met me well over a decade ago when we were both going to the University of Oregon. This man's a very nice man, and he happens to be black. And he tried once to use his race as a way for me to sleep with him. And I told him I wasn't a racist and I wasn't going to sleep with him just because he was black. Mostly the reason why I chose not to pursue a relationship with him was, one, he introduced me to his friend as his new wife on the second date. I was rushing things a little bit. And then second, he said he didn't know how to make a salad and that he doesn't dance. And those were deal breakers for me. But he's still a nice man. I'm still willing to be his friend. And he's an intelligent man with a degree that he's not using right now. Because I know a lot of people who got their degrees from the U of O and they're actually not really using them. They're working at places like grocery stores and hardware stores, and they're just regular jobs that you could get without a degree, but then they have to pay off their school debt, I guess, and so they got to do something to pay back all the debt that they incurred by getting educated. I'm good at scrubbing toilets and tile setting and renovating and redesigning interiors of houses to best use the space. That's my practical skills that I acquired through my schooling. 2 terms of a co-op working with professional tile setters in houses that doctors owned with elevators in them. Beautiful, beautiful big houses. Expensive high-end houses. Yep. I'm currently renovating a house, and it's not an expensive high-end house. It's a more middle house, like a farmhouse. But it's nice. It's safe. I think I have a pretty safe neighborhood most days. Unless, of course, somebody calls the police on me. That's happened. That was a fun day. Why did the police get called on me? Because I was removing my daughter's bedroom door after she locked me out on the roof because she didn't want to clean her room. Teenage drama. It's a family tradition to call the police on me, even though I have no intention of hurting anyone. So, you know, I'm scary. I'm safe, but I'm scary. Actor. I landed a role in a movie that's coming out called We Need Rent Money, and I got to play an undercover police officer with a machine gun in my hand, doing a drug bust, letting loose my flying monkeys. That was fun, and I got paid for it.